is going on?
I don't know.
How you doing, dude?
Dude, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We had a very exciting night last night.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Fun episode planned for today. We're going to be talking about, as we promised from last week's episode, we're going to expand on our Avatar: The Last Airbender conversation. We're going to move it on over to The Legend of Korra.
Oh, man, I love it.
Oh, my God. Premiered in fucking 2012. Blew my mind.
Incredible. Also, this is the Storyworks podcast, in case you were wondering.
What? That's what this podcast is?
Yeah.
I thought we were on the So,
But it's episode 19. Hi.
how did we get this far?
It's insane.
We made it. We're gonna keep talking, I guess.
We're here.
Davis just keeps us chained in the basement.
He brings us up once a week to record us.
He says it's Wednesday, boys.
He chains us to the microphones, and then he chains us back to the walls when we're done. No,
Stop.
not mother's
Jesus
milk.
Christ. Yeah, so we are going to be talking about The Legend of Korra, but first, we're going to talk about something that just came out. By the time this airs, it's been out for a second, but as of now, in the current timeline,
We just played God of War Ragnarok.
We've been waiting so long for this game. So many delays. But holy shit, it's finally here. That was like a Dark Souls 1 hit emote. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
dude, it was so good playing like that first bit. And we didn't even really do a whole lot.
We really didn't. We didn't have that much time to. It went live at 12 a.m., so we were there waiting for it.
Yeah.
Watching some Chainsaw Man in the meantime, you know.
Watch Chainsaw Man.
Absolutely blown away, dude. Like it looks so good. We played it on the PS5. That's what we game on.
We're gamers. We're gamers on the
We're
PlayStation
gamers.
5.
There are gamers in this chat. The performance, dude, it just looks so incredible. Now you have recently played.
I played through 2018 like 2 months ago.
So how, like, visually describe to me, like, the difference that you're noticing?
It just looks better somehow. I don't know, because like God of War 2018 still holds up,
Right.
like
Right.
graphically to this day. But like the fidelity in Ragnarok is like nuts.
It's
Like
crazy.
the lighting is so much more dynamic than it was
Yes.
before.
That's a big thing, like the high contrast, you know?
Like when you started, the first time you got control, you just kind of panned the camera around, and you could see as you were panning the camera the different ways that the light was hitting Kratos's bald head.
And it was a beautiful shine that we saw. Yeah, dude, the lighting is absolutely insane. Right off the fucking bat, it proves itself to be as emotionally involved as the first game was.
Yeah, man, it's sad.
It's very sad. I love the bond that you can already see has matured between Kratos and Atreus since the first game. Like, it's so you can tell so much. Just by
Kratos
the way.
has like a lot of trust in him now.
Yes, a lot of trust, a lot more understanding, a lot more respect.
Mm-hmm. He's no longer boy.
That was perfect, dude. That was perfect. What drew you to God of War 2018? Because it was such a big change up to everything that the series used to be.
Yeah, I mean, I played the original God of War games.
Yeah, it was your number 5 for our
Yeah.
Revenge Tales episode.
Yeah. So I was already like a fan of the series,
Yeah.
but I just love Norse stuff too.
Right.
Like the gods and the Vanir and the Aesir and all that. And so to hear that Kratos was just going to be going there and killing everybody there, I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I played the game, and it's so much deeper than just Kratos killing more gods.
Right. It's not just this burning rage, vengeance. There's so much depth and
Yes.
richness to this fucking story, dude.
Yes.
It is a cinematic masterpiece. I'm saying it.
No, absolutely, dude.
It's
Like, without a doubt.
dude, it's the whole both games are shot like The Revenant. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's always that over the
That
shoulder.
tracking cam.
Yeah, it's like they have the fucking like a shoulder rig tracking cam in the studio, and I mean they're acting out those scenes.
Yeah, it's all mocap.
It's all mocap. And I love seeing the behind the scenes work that they do. It's
Dude,
just fucking crazy, dude.
Incredible. Like, it just looks so good, the storytelling already.
Can't take my eyes off it.
I'm already like sucked into the story.
Right? We hit a pretty good point on our ending.
Yeah.
The last thing we saw is pretty big. I'd say we probably got an hour into the new game. And already, yeah, the cinematography in the new one has already proven itself to be as good, better than the first one.
Yeah.
Like I said when we talked about The Revenant a lot, I love that feeling of storytelling. This game makes you feel so immersed.
Yeah, in the moment.
Very in the moment, and it's hard to describe. Like the scene that
like
I
all
just
the cut
showed
scenes,
you.
like there's no like transition between
scenes. There's no cuts or anything. It's like
just
you walk right into it, and it's all so organic. I think that is like the word I was trying to hold on to. And all the characters are so fun and unique and real,
all fleshed out. Yeah,
very much so. And I didn't go into either of these games with much
like knowledge of the gods beforehand.
Right. I was a Percy Jackson kid growing up, so I was like I was always reading on the Greek gods.
Oh yeah, no, I was super into Greek gods growing up. And then like as I was growing up, I was like, oh man, the Norse gods are kind of cool too.
Yeah. One line I love from the first God of War is when Baldur is confronting Kratos for one of the first times, I think, and he straight up is like, I thought your people were supposed to be all big and smart, like talking about the Greek mythology and shit. So cool that you can. He just makes that.
That he just
they're just like, yeah, he's just fucking going.
He just goes from Mount Olympus and Greece to Midgard.
It's just cool as fuck. I don't even care about the logistics. It's fucking cool.
No, yeah, it's dope. I'm just here for more Kratos.
Oh yeah, continuing that story. Such an emotional journey by the end of the first one, man. And I don't even know where this one's gonna go, but I'm scared.
Well, I mean, it's called Ragnarok. So
well, yeah. That just tells you it's just gonna be bad. It's just gonna be bad.
A lot of people are gonna die, I bet.
Yeah, dude. Where do we go if what's next?
In the first game, or like in 2018, they showed when you're in like Tyr's vault, they showed like Egyptian god stuff.
Yeah, they did. They did. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna.
So they could go to Egypt,
else? Like,
and he could kill all the Egyptian gods.
It's just God slaughter.
That's what we're here for. That's what the games were always built up to be.
But I love that
that it has moved past that.
Right. It's like he still has to end up doing this, but at this point
now
he's like
just so jaded about it.
He's like, come on, dude. Like, really?
Like, I've accepted that I am what I am, but I also hate it.
yeah, pretty much. He's not pursuing conflict anymore.
Yeah, like I don't take joy out of it,
right?
Like I used to.
Exactly. And that's what I love so much about the story and just the family story between Kratos, Faye, and Atreus.
Dude, you get to see Faye in this game, and it's so good.
It's so good. I can't wait to see more. I know they're gonna show us a lot.
Yeah.
They're gonna give us a lot of good stuff. So within the first hour of gameplay that we witnessed, what are some more things that kind of stuck out to you?
Well, I mean, the he's got wolves. They've got wolves now.
Love it. We're not boating around the lake in
Yeah,
the Lake of
everything's
Nine anymore.
frozen now.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Fimble Winter, baby.
yeah. Um, Fenrir stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the homie.
Rest in peace to Aurelio.
Um,
This is just the first hour of the game, so
yeah.
nothing big is getting spoiled here.
Thor and Odin appearing is insane to me.
The very last thing that we saw was this.
Oh man, I just like the way Odin talks is not how you would expect him to sound at all.
But how do you like it?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It's a very different route, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think it does fit the kind of like conniving, cunning, scheming guy that Odin has been like propped up to be.
right. And I think it makes it a really good counterpart to like Zeus.
Who was like, I am Zeus.
Big, mighty, all about
Odin is like
presence.
very, very small, lanky.
Yeah, that really surprised me. I don't know if I haven't seen
Yeah,
the
I don't know if I
original.
was just wondering or like imagining him being not super buff, but a little bit like stockier and
Yeah.
taller.
No,
But
he's
no.
not. I mean, it's interesting. I'm
Yeah, I'm
excited
here
to
for it.
see more of him. We're not off to a great start
No, we're
in the
not.
game.
But I mean,
things
so
progress
like
quickly.
we just said, these games are about killing gods.
Yeah, whether you want to or not, that's
Yeah.
what's going to end up happening in these
Yeah.
games. Dude, the very quickly you encounter Faye. It's like the beginning of the game.
Are you talking about Freya?
Freya, yeah. Freya.
Yeah.
She is on she's hunting you
like-
like a mad
Her
dog.
like paint on her, or like her like eye makeup. I don't know if it was like meant to look like that or if it was like stained from
Yeah.
crying,
Right. Yeah.
but it looked so good and intimidating.
She's got a twisted look in her eye. She is out for
She's
blood.
got her sword.
Yeah. And they're just like, Freya, we don't want to do this right now.
Kratos is just like, I don't want to fight you.
Yeah.
Atreus is like, please don't make me shoot you.
Right. I mean, the connection with Freya in the first game is crazy. She's such a
Mhm.
key player and she helps you so much. You kind of form a bond with her.
Oh, for
to,
sure.
to a degree.
Absolutely.
Um,
You both bond on like being exiled gods.
yeah, literally. And she's the voice that's there to be like, when are you going to tell a boy this and that, Kratos
you need to tell him.
He needed that.
He needed an outside perspective to push him.
Exactly. I mean,
challenge him.
He's a newly single father and he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kratos, dude. Like
literally, like Fenrir dies and Atreus mourns him and Kratos goes, it's the middle of the night, and he just goes, it's time to train.
Yeah, that was like...
He sees that Atreus is grieving, and his response to that is like, let's work it out through training.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that might be how...
I was say, that might be how you handle it, Kratos,
yeah.
but that's not how Atreus handles grief.
They're very much showing that Atreus is more sensitive. He's very empathetic.
Well, I mean, he can talk. He can like talk to animals and stuff.
Exactly, and that moment that he has with Fenrir is really fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah,
dude. Like,
it hurt a lot.
At the beginning of the game, they're like, "You're gonna hurt."
Here, we're just gonna break
your
heart.
Do you cry?
You will.
You will. Oh man. But yeah, it's just kind of like that's a thing clicks in his brain. Like Kratos is almost staring deadpan for a second while Atreus is grieving. He's just like, he doesn't know what else to do. He's like, time to train.
Literally, he just throws it at the wall and it's like, this is what I would do.
Right. So even now, there are still things to work through. And I mean, just as any child grows up,
Oh,
You
for
go through
sure.
new phases,
Absolutely.
and you're already seeing those things in work just within the first hour of this game. And also, I really love Kratos's relationship with Mimir at this point.
Yeah.
Good old Uncle Mimir,
Dude,
basically. Like
he's just there in the house.
he's just waiting in the house. Like
He
when Kratos comes back, he's like,
he's using he's holding like a stick in his mouth that he's using
yeah,
to like turn the pages of a book so
yeah.
he can read.
It's too good. The way he greets them when they come home, he's just like, ah, lads.
Welcome home, brother.
Yeah, welcome home, brother. He's just such a helpful guy.
No, I love Mimir.
Once they go on their first little outing and they bring him, strap me to your back, Kratos.
Boop.
Whap. He's so happy to be strapped back onto Kratos and adventuring.
Yes.
He's like, feels like old times.
Yes, I love Mimir, man.
Oh, he's a
His
true
voice
king.
actor is super good.
I'll fucking cry if anything happens to Mimir.
He's just a head.
Don't touch my boy's head.
He's just a head. You can't do anything to just a head.
The king of head game, because he's just a head.
You're not wrong.
That's all I got.
You're not
Nothing
wrong.
else to follow that up.
No, I don't have anything to follow that up with either.
I had to shoot for it.
No,
bro.
it was good. I
couldn't
liked
leave
it. I liked it. It was a good one.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we've been introduced to any other characters besides the ones that we've talked about. I mean, one other thing that we discovered within the first hour is just tiny little spoiler. You just hit that 15-second fast forward button if you don't want to hear it.
Boom.
Artreus / Loki is a shapeshifter. He changed into the form of a bear.
He was a bear boy.
Well, after grieving the loss of Fenrir, and he's a boss fight. He's like the first boss fight.
That's crazy.
And he almost killed his bear without knowing, and he shifts back into Atreus.
God, dude.
Super cool scene.
Yeah.
Kratos is fucked up.
Oh, I imagine that he
after
would
realizes-
be.
Yeah, and he's like Atreus is like bleeding a lot, and he's like, focus on your healing. So you get to see Atreus go into God mode a little bit. You know what I mean? He's kind of honing his powers in more.
Yeah.
So then it becomes a conversation about Kratos wanting to keep him training and disciplined because he doesn't know what powers are going to pop up. He doesn't know what's going to happen. And now Atreus is like, we got to go find out who Loki is. We got to go find out what I'm meant to do. And he wants to find Tyr. And Odin's like, no.
How about you just don't go look for Tyr and we can have peace? I won't mess with you and you don't mess with me. What do you say?
Kratos stands up.
No.
Dude. Are you actually the voice actor for Kratos? I didn't know they hired you on, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it got delayed. Damn.
Yeah. My schedule was packed for a bit. So.
Yeah, they had a little bit of negotiating for the contract. They weren't giving you enough green.
No, yeah, I need way more. I need at least $2 million. That's my quote.
See, that's my quote.
Even if I do a bad job, I still get that $2 million.
Oh my god. Listeners, you have to watch
I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson.
You're going to love it. You're going to get all these jokes after you watch it.
Please, if you have Netflix and you like sketch comedy at all, please just watch it.
It's necessary. Then come back and re-listen to every single episode. And you'll catch the jokes.
Yeah. Is that the joke? That I watch all of the Storyworks podcast episodes twice?
Is that it? That's the joke? Oh, man. Any final thoughts on the first hour of gameplay for
I can't wait to see more. The fighting felt really good, too.
Yes.
The combat.
Yes. Playing on the PS5, we did have the DualSense
controller.
Oh yeah, and they utilized it beautifully.
All the vibrations, the mini vibrations in the controller.
Yes, yeah. That was a huge selling point for me on the PS5. I think it's so goddamn cool.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know how there's some people that don't dig it that much, but that's dumb. It's cool as shit, bro.
The controller is dope. The triggers are sick.
It's a whole nother little step of immersion. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I don't want. I just want to click a fucking button.
Come on.
Okay, play on PC then.
Play something else. Get an Xbox. We're not going to get into that conversation because I don't care.
You know, it's not. It's not. Yeah.
But yeah, I loved what they did with the controller.
Just
and
yeah, the
haptic feedback.
DualSense. The DualSense controller is sick.
Absolutely. It just another note. It ran fantastic. I didn't have any problems with the launch.
Yeah.
Except my PlayStation shutting down. That's not the game's fault, though.
That's just the PlayStation.
That's my PlayStation's fault. Now this is gonna be the first like large set of comments we get on any of our things.
And it's just gonna be
You fucking Sony bitches. You get
just
what you deserve.
Immediately. This is why you play on PC. This is why you play on Xbox.
Shut up. But other than that, performance was great,
no,
man.
It was great.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more thoughts.
Yeah,
Just
no,
really
I'm
excited to dive all the way in.
I'm super excited to see more of that game.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's fucking kick on over to our conversation.
Next segment.
About the Legend of Korra.
Ooh.
So, as I said in the last episode, the Legend of Korra was the first series that I watched altogether.
Near and dear to the heart.
Very near and dear. Or season 1, at least. I'm sorry, season 1 was. And at the time, that was the only planned season.
Yeah, it's crazy that they originally wrote it to just be one and done.
Yeah.
And then it was so well received that they picked it up for more seasons.
Nickelodeon was like, season 2 next year, question mark? Or it might have actually, it kind of took a while, didn't it, for season 2 to come out?
I think season 2 maybe took like a year and a half or something like that, perhaps.
I felt like we waited a decent amount of time for one season. I just can't remember which one.
I can't remember for sure. All I know is that after the second season, they took it off the air.
That's probably why. Yeah, that's probably the one I was thinking about. No, yeah, season 2 came out in 2013, so the next year.
Okay.
Let me see, season 3.
They were like, we can't air this on television. This has to be on the website.
Season 14? I guess I was bullshitting.
They all just came out a year after each other.
I think so. Maybe it just felt long because we didn't know if we were going to get it at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it maybe was like season 2 came out and everything, and then like season 3, because it didn't come out on TV and they didn't really promote it super well.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that season 3 had come out.
Right.
So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I think that might be it because it was weird. They played with this show in a weird way. After season 1, they were like, "You fucking geniuses, you did it. Beautiful job.
Do a season 2, please." And then they did it, and they were like,
"You fucking idiots."
Well, they were like, "Do
up.
season 3," and then they did, and then they wrote season 3, and then they read some of the episodes in it, and they were like, "We can't put this on a children's show.
You think we can put this on Nickelodeon?
We can't put this on TV, like on television." And so they just were like, "We're going to upload it to nick.com, and you have to watch it on nick.com."
Which is crazy. I mean, like, such a big show with such a. I mean, I won't say I know how big the following was at the time.
Yeah.
But I was a big follower.
Oh, for sure, dude. I love Korra.
I was just so surprised that I know that for mature content that they did that, but they also, I feel like they didn't promote it well, like you said.
No,
and it was
I don't
hard
think
to
so.
find.
I don't think so. Yeah, the
website was terribly difficult to navigate.
It wasn't optimized very well.
No, not at all.
It's a website for like a children's like cable provider.
Right. So that's how we watched it on season 3. Was season 4 also online?
I think season 4 aired on TV again.
So weird how they did that, but yeah, I think you're right.
Because I don't think they did any on-screen like murders.
No on-screen murderizing in that one.
In season 4.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I think it was just season 3.
Best season.
Kino.
Hands down. Yeah, it's just it took a very strange course, but true fans stayed until the end.
Yeah, we did.
I like going into it, seeing Korra kind of first. I just fell in love with the series immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the impact of going from Avatar: The Last Airbender into Korra and having some kind of expectations in that way.
Yeah.
So for you going into the show with those expectations, what was the first season of The Legend of Korra like?
I really liked it. I wasn't sure. I knew that Korra was going to be a different character completely from Aang,
Right.
because like there's no way they're gonna make like the next Avatar be essentially the same character.
Were you disappointed at all that it didn't pick back up with Aang?
Um, I think like maybe when they first announced the show, I was like, oh, I kind of wish that we could stick with the gang. But then I was like, but this makes sense to like
Right.
do.
Progression.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 years.
Uh,
Or wait,
no, it's not 100 years.
sorry.
It's
I
like
was thinking of the 100-Year War.
I think it's like 50 years or something
Yeah.
like that. Because I think
People are
Aang.
still alive.
Well, I was gonna say I think Aang died when he was like 62 or something like that,
Rest in peace, King.
and he was like 11 during the last Airbender. So 50 years later would be 60s.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah, and I mean yeah, Katara's alive, Zuko's alive, Toph's alive.
Mm-hmm. We get our legacy
Sokka
characters throughout the
Sokka is
seasons.
not.
Weren't you just waiting the whole time to see your old boomerang? Your
I don't think he's coming back.
Oh no! Gonna fucking die.
It hurts.
It does. We do get some beautiful flashback. We know of the
You get to
man
see
he
like
became.
adult Aang do
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We get to see Sokka in the flashbacks as
My
well.
man's
which
got
is
a
nice.
little thin like chin beard, like
Yeah.
chin strap
He's looking
going
good.
on. And he had a
Fucking-
bunch of kids.
He had a bunch of kids. He had 3 kids.
My man confirmed fucked.
Aang fucks.
He was like, I'm gonna single-handedly rejuvenate the airbending nation.
Oh my god!
And it was like,
dude.
Katara, we have to fuck.
It was until Aang was
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It's air nomad time. So,
And then even then he only had one airbending kid.
yeah, dude, I know, right? Until things happen later in the show. We are definitely talking about all of Legend of Korra, like we did Avatar. So we're going full in, y'all. Spoiler time.
It's a big thing.
So I thought it was just fucking cool as shit that straight out the gate we have these technological advancements in this world.
It's like steampunk shit.
Yes, it's the industrial revolution happened here.
Yeah, dude, they got cars. Republic City like looks like a city.
It's like the 20s, baby. It's like the roaring 20s.
Mm-hmm.
We got swinger jazz on every corner.
Yeah, dude. The fucking whenever there was an episode that came out, the guy who would do the recap for the previous episode
Mm-hmm.
sounded like a newsie.
Yeah.
Previously on The Legend of Korra.
Yes. Dude, oh my god, perfect. They make him a character too, like you see. You
And
actually get
he's
to
like
see
he's like the announcer for like the pro bending.
Yes, it's perfect.
Also, pro bending is like super cool.
really cool concept.
It's like
man.
a natural evolution of like their society, I guess.
Yeah, and you see, there's just so many cool things. I mean,
Lightning bending is like commonplace now for electricity.
yes, yep.
People there are metal benders that exist now in
Yeah.
the 50 years that have
It's
passed.
a whole colony. It's good, you know. The technology that you see implemented in Avatar: The Last Airbender is optimized by the Legend of Korra.
Yeah. Like in
Republic City Police, man, using
gonna
the
say, like,
blimps.
Last Airbender, yeah, they have like the blimps and they have like the tanks that like the Fire Nation uses.
Yes.
But like by Korra, it's insane. Like the ships look so much more imposing than they did
Oh yeah.
before. Um, they're building like mechs
Yeah, they are.
and shit, like
Technology's advancing very
shock
fast.
gloves and
Yeah. There's so I guess being introduced to Korra, let's start there. Your thoughts on Korra, season 1, her character.
I like her. She's very headstrong and
Yeah.
I'm the Avatar and you got to deal with it. Like
Yes.
perfectly describes her character.
That's the only way they could have opened the show. I love that scene. Very much reminds me of my daughter Korra.
Yes. It's very cool that we come to her and she's like 17 and she already is like mastered 3 of the 4 bending elements.
Yeah, I mean, even when she's a baby, she does 3 of them in small spurts, dude. She's a fucking toddler.
Unlike Aang, who like had to train, like it took like I mean, to be fair, Aang kind of mastered them all in like a year.
Right, he
Anyways,
did. Yeah,
but she's had so much time to like learn them, and they all came so quickly to her in the first place.
right.
Except for airbending.
Yep.
Also, like it's super dope that the Order of the White Lotus has like evolved into this thing that like takes care of her and trains her.
Right, right. It's like they're. I mean, for they pretty much work for the Avatar and for world balance. Like,
yeah. But yeah,
but at the same time, they're keeping her at that one place, which is a big piece of her character that she's
she
just
wants
stuck
to go
there.
out. Yeah, and she does, and I love.
Yeah, she does.
I love her journey throughout the first season of like meeting Tenzin and
Yes. Oh,
meeting
Tenzin.
Mako and Bolin and Asami and
Yes.
how she like grows throughout, you know, her conflicts with Amon.
Amon is such a crazy antagonist, dude.
Dude, like insane that that's like the antagonist they went with for this kids show.
Season 1, they're like, okay, new Avatar, times are changing, non-benders are rising up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we just have like equality, like people who are like feel oppressed by benders?
That's such a big, head-heavy concept.
Yeah, man.
It was so interesting to me, like, as soon as I saw that shit. Like, it's just, I don't know. And when Korra sees that, it's like, kind of, she has a very naive reaction.
Yeah,
because
she's like, what do you mean? Like, how could people feel like persecuted or like, you know, less than a bender? Like, I don't get that. I don't think you're less than me.
Yeah.
And then it's very like people are just like, you know, like it's everybody else. It might not just be you.
Right.
It's like a systemized kind of thing, and it's just a very deep topic.
It really is.
And like that's kind of Korra in a nutshell, honestly.
Yeah.
It's way more adult themed
Throughout the whole thing, man.
Like it is definitely like the target audience is definitely older than Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Like teenagers.
I think it was made for the people who watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Me too, man, and that's why I was so upset to see so much hate and dislike. I mean, I guess I don't know the true scope of like how many people disliked it, but I feel like as it was first coming out, I heard a lot of shit about it.
People were just,
I loved it.
oh, Korra is a Mary Sue. Korra isn't Aang. I want the gang back. Blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
that's really what it comes down to. If you just want to see the same old thing, then
bro, there's a whole show about them. 3 seasons of them doing crazy, wacky adventures. You go watch them.
Go read the comic books.
There's comics.
Man. Yeah.
You want stories of them post the show? There's a bunch of comics about it. Zuko goes and looks for his mom, dude.
Yeah, you've told me about that one. See, I haven't read any of them myself, but
it's crazy.
There's a lot of stuff out there, so don't
and
close
keep
your
making
mind
more.
off.
Like they keep producing more comics.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any of the newer working titles, but the universe just keeps expanding, man.
I think they just made one. I don't know if it was a comic. I think it was a comic, but it's like Suki alone, and it's
Really?
like I think it's her when she's on the boiling rock, like before Sokka and Zuko
That's
like
really
get there,
interesting. Okay, yeah.
and it's like about what she's doing there before they arrive. I think
I would like to check that out. Okay, that's cool.
that's like the latest one that I think I've heard. I mean, they do Korra comics too.
I know.
There's been a few of those ones.
And I want to check those out for sure. I just haven't really
Had
gone into it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've got time. I've got
Mhm.
time.
I've got time. Me when I've got time.
Me when I've got time. Yeah, no, I mean, just how I read manga on my phone. I should just pull that shit up and read
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so just don't, if you want to see more gang stuff, gang, read some comics, go back, watch the show. This is a new era, take that shit in.
Yeah, we're 50 years in the future, man. You want more stories about these old ass geezers?
These old ass geezers. You still get,
Old head?
Qatar.
What are you, an old head?
An old, you fucking old head. Jesus. You mentioned Tenzin, fucking J.K. Simmons.
Legendary.
So
actor.
good, man. Like, he was the perfect choice. I love Tenzin so much.
Dude, he's like top tier character.
It's up to him to teach this stubborn, strong, thick-headed girl airbending when she's very brute force.
And it's crazy
Korra will
because
kick your
like
ass.
airbending is all about like feeling like very like, open.
Be the leaf.
Yeah. But like Tenzin himself is also very tense.
He
and
is.
strict, and
That's what
it's just
4
so
kids will do to you.
it's what 4 kids does to you, but it's also like his mastery of the elements has been like put to like such a fine form
Yeah,
because it's been drilled into his head by Aang.
right, right. And there's a lot of good stuff to be said about Aang and how he raised his children and their family dynamic. It's talked about
Yeah.
in season 3 a lot,
Yeah,
I
it
believe.
does.
Either season 3 or 4.
It's I think it's both, honestly.
Yeah,
But they also talk about it in season 2, I think.
yeah. I love it. I love it. And it's Aang's not a perfect
No, he's
father.
a human being.
Right. And that's something that we love about these shows. They write very real characters.
Mm-hmm.
What
What do you do when you have like a kid who's like he's going to eventually become the last airbender?
Right.
You have to download all of your training into his head.
Yep. Make sure it's perfect. And
So you might, not have as much time for your other kids.
ouch.
It hurts.
It does. You get a little family you get a family discussion between them, and it's good. It's really good stuff.
Yeah. No, like I said, this show is way
Fun
more like
characters.
adult themed.
Yeah.
They like the themes are a lot deeper and I like more real kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it, because The Last Airbender, like, those were real threats as well, and very real
Yeah.
themes. But
It's more
Korra just feels darker
yeah.
in tone.
Yes.
And I think it shows fear and anxiety a lot more visually
Yes.
and
Yes.
cinematically with how they do their
Yes.
shots. Like when I'm thinking of when Korra's at the rally, when they infiltrate, and she first sees Amon take someone's bending.
Yeah,
And she is just so fucked up. That's like her worst fear kind of like realized in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point on, it's like, I don't want him to touch me. I don't want this guy to fucking touch me.
Nope. There's like that when the councilman has her like in the basement, I think.
Yeah, when Tarlok's got her locked up.
Yeah, dude, like that felt like scary.
That felt very scary.
Like claustrophobic and like you were trapped.
Yeah. Her confrontation with Tarlok when she slips into his office in the middle of the night. I mean, these fights are crazy, dude.
The
choreography
choreography is like
Oh yeah.
like the choreography was so good in like The Last Airbender. Like they
Yeah.
literally had a martial arts master as the choreographer for all the
Right.
fight scenes.
Yeah, very
And
making it authentic.
I don't know if they kept the same guy, but like the fight scenes in Korra are just as good.
Yeah.
And like they use updated fighting styles because time has advanced.
Yes.
They-
Yeah.
Like instead of having like pure martial arts, some people are just like boxers essentially.
Yeah. Stick it up.
They just fucking deck you. Bowl in,
Yeah, dude.
head ass.
Yes, dude. So fucking good.
But yeah, no, just to like wrap up, I guess my thoughts on season 1 Korra. Just a very good start for a character, I think,
Yeah.
for the first season. And she goes through like her whole. She has like that seasonal arc journey that like
Yeah.
wraps up very
Yes.
nicely at the end of book 1.
I definitely cried at the end of the book when I saw it the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It hits so hard. She goes on a crazy journey, like you said, even just through book 1.
Mm-hmm.
Everything with Amon is so scary. She's really trying to face it in her own way, but all she can think is face it head on,
Yeah.
which gets her in some trouble. Just the whole backstory of Amon, the blood bending, his
Dude, it's
father being the
insane.
gangster.
Yakone or whatever his name was.
Yes, that
Aang fought.
that Aang fought and went to trial with, and
I've
You-
seen
oh, it's
theories
just
that
crazy,
say
dude.
that like he killed Sokka, and that's why like Sokka's not around anymore.
I would believe it.
Because he was around.
hate
Because like
that.
Sokka was there during like that,
Yeah,
like
during the
like
trial.
the Yakone stuff.
Yeah,
But then like he's not seen really after that.
I fucking hate that, but it could be true.
So who knows?
That
That's
hurts.
just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Theory time.
Yeah, dude, that shit sucks. The training that you see them go through, that Yakone makes Tarlok and his brother
Like
Unalak, who is Amon.
Yeah, just bloodbend each other.
Yeah, dude. And we talked about how devastating bloodbending is in the last episode. The bone cracking, it's
just like
it's
the
like you're
joints.
cramping
Yeah,
consistently like that. I can't even imagine how horrendous
constricting
that
all
feels.
the joints in your body.
Right.
Ugh.
And you kind of figure out that Tarlok, I mean, he's still a piece of shit, but like he was the better of the brothers. Not really though.
I mean, yeah,
They were both
dude,
traumatized. I mean,
like,
that's just what it is.
he was just more political about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we talk about
Great
like
voice acting.
yeah, before we talk about like the end
Yeah.
of book 1, because like the end is insane.
Yeah.
Just like when she first comes to Republic City and she's this like bright-eyed girl,
Yeah.
and then she meets fucking Mako and Bolin and like joins their pro bending team.
Yeah. Yeah. The Misadventures of Korra.
Yeah, dude.
That's the
And
first episode.
she's just like down bad.
Yeah. Yeah. For Mako.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. And Bolin's down bad for her straight
Bro,
off the bat.
like the love triangle.
Yeah, dude, it hurts. My poor boy Bolin gets stabbed right in the heart.
It's okay. He's still a king.
He's still a king.
And he like becomes like a hot king.
He does. He does.
But like the pro bending stuff was super cool. Like
Love it.
like the 3v3 teams.
Yep, love it. We're talking about it. There's a guest appearance of Rami Malek.
Yeah, he's one
As-
of the like opponents that they fight.
Yeah, he's the big dickhead. He's like, we're gonna win.
We're totally gonna crush the opposing team. You fire ferrets, more like fart ferrets.
Jesus Christ.
Got him.
That's good. That's good.
And then yeah, like Tenzin's kids also, because
We love
Tenzin
them.
confirmed fucks hard.
Tenzin fucks hard. Tenzin's like, we really
Tenzin's
need
like,
to get this
I'm
thing
going
going.
to
Like,
bring everybody.
Yeah.
I'm bringing him back, and he
did.
he married a woman, and then just plows the fields.
he does, dude. I mean, there's 4 kids, right?
There's
Or is there 3?
3, and then she's pregnant.
Right.
like during season 1.
Right. Yep. What are their names? Can you remember?
There's
Milo?
There's Milo. There's Iki. There's Janora.
Yes.
And then the
Can't remember the baby's name.
the baby's name starts with like an R. I think it's like I don't think it's like Rohan, but I think it's or like Rowan maybe or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember, but I know it starts with R.
Yeah, it's been a second. But yeah,
But yeah, they're all
he's got his whole
airbenders.
little island. He's got Air Temple Island.
Yeah, dude.
And the whole thing is Korra's going there to learn airbending.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it so cool that it's such a devastating moment. Amon actually takes her bending
Yeah.
towards the end of the season.
He gets her.
That was devastating. I was like, well, where the fuck do we go from here?
Gets fucking Chief Beifong.
Yes.
Toph's daughter.
Yes. So we didn't. I love that. I love Chief Beifong, dude. She's also another like kind of celebrity guest, Mindy Sterling.
Oh, really?
That I mostly know her from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
She plays Chief Beifong.
I didn't know that.
And I love how much metal bending is like a way of the police force in the series. Like they use it with the blimps. They've
handcuffs
got the handcuffs, yeah, and the whip.
Yes.
Fucking pull up with
dope,
the whip,
dude. Yeah, I got a strap. I got to carry it.
Yeah, dude. So, but then when she loses her bending, it's just so great to see her reach down, and she lets out that punch, and that first burst of air bending comes out.
Yes.
The
way that Aang just comes to her.
Yeah, she's left with that after that, and she's so depressed, and you can feel that so heavily that she's just stuck with airbending now. She doesn't know if she can do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then she takes the trip down to the glacier. She's back where she started in season 1.
Yeah.
Where she trains with the White Lotus.
Yeah.
And then it happens. She hears a voice from behind her, I believe, talking, and she looks up, and it's our motherfucking boy. She's never been able to connect spiritually.
Yeah, she hasn't.
Any past avatars.
To any of them.
I think it had to do with her head, that hard head mentality.
Yeah, she was just blocked.
Yeah,
she set up all these like mental barriers that she had to like get through.
Right, and it just feels so good when she finally does because
he talks to her.
Yeah. You get that moment between the two of them.
Oh, and then he gives her like energy bending.
Yes.
He's so like, here you go. This is how you can get your bending back. And then he like does the thing.
Fucking king.
Ooh, we love it.
And then we see all of the past avatars pop up.
Ooh, we love it.
Oh my god, that shot is so good.
Ooh, I love it.
Beautiful end of season 1. We, are slowly breaking down that hard-headed stubbornness that Korra kind of clings on to.
She's becoming more
malleable.
More Avatar-like, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And it's
coming more into her responsibilities.
Yeah, every Avatar faces it in a different way because it's kind of a big responsibility.
Oh, for
sure. There's much to do to prepare to keep the balance.
Yeah, dude.
Of the world. Before I'm gonna say I like Korra's journey more than Aang's.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we're also with Korra for longer than we're with Aang.
Yeah.
Like, we're with Aang, like, over the course of a year.
Right. We see a lot more. We have more opportunity to see change.
I was going to say, with Korra, we're with her for, I don't know, 3-4 years or something like that.
Yeah, at least per season. Because there's definitive change between
because I can't remember how much time passes between. I think it's only like 6 months between season 3 and season 4.
Yeah,
but I can't remember how long is between seasons 1 and 2.
I can't remember how long either. I think it's just the circumstances by the end of the seasons that kind of have that distance and create such weight on all the characters, and it brings a different dynamic to every season afterwards.
Oh yeah, for
which
sure.
Brings us to jumping into season 2.
Well, I have to bring it up, man. We didn't.
Oh,
I shied away from it earlier, but now I have to talk about the fact that they show in this kids show, like, Tarlok and Amon get away.
Oh yeah, dude. That's like the end. Yeah.
They like get away. He escapes. They escape in a boat, dude.
Yeah. So Amon, who is Unalaq, escapes with Tarlok, who was his brother. They were the ones who were forced to bloodbend together.
Yeah, it
And they
turns out
get
that
away.
Amon was taking people's bending away with blood bending
Yeah, that was the big
to like
secret.
block their chakra points or whatever, I think.
Right.
And it turns out that his like scarred face was just makeup, which is hilarious.
It's a bullshitter.
But they get away, and Amon is just like, "This is great. This is great. You and I, we can escape, and we can, rebuild,
He's driving the boat.
and we can do it again.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm so happy to have you back in my life, brother." And Tarlok just like grabs one of the like shock gloves.
Yeah.
And just holds it over the gas tank of the end, like the boat that they're in, and just ignites it.
Boom.
Boom.
They're dead.
And they fucking die in an explosion.
That's pretty much an on-screen death. You don't see parts flying, but
Yeah, you don't see
it's
limbs
it's a
out,
lot.
but, like,
it's
yeah,
crazy,
dude,
man.
they die.
Very deep, and like Tarlok's voice, like the performance, the voice acting in that
as he's
moment.
just like, yes, brother.
Yeah, it's just his eyes are so dead. It's
like
fucking sad.
It's like a fucking Of Mice and Men moment, like taking Lenny out to pasture.
It's a
that one brought Davis in.
Classic. Yeah, it's very sad, man. So they do show something pretty fucking heavy even in the first season.
Yeah. And then that's the end of season 1.
Yeah. I wanted to hear your initial thoughts on season 2 because it's probably the least well received.
Yeah.
This is when spirits become the main focus.
I think it is like the weakest season.
Surely, yeah.
But I still liked it. I liked the plot points that they do. I thought it was a really cool idea to like do a civil war.
That's what I really enjoy about the season is this like
there's like political intrigue going on, and like they meet. We didn't talk about it, but in the first season they meet a guy named Varric.
Oh my god, I forgot he's in
He's
season
basically
1.
just like, I'm a Marvel fan. He's like the Tony Stark of the Korra.
Oh my god.
Of the Avatar universe. No, but like he's just like a genius.
Yeah. He's a fucking psycho
inventor,
though,
but he's also like insane, yeah. Julie, do the thing.
Julie.
And then in season 2, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm here helping out funding the rebels for this civil war."
Yeah, no, and he's also shady as fucking season 1, like, right? Or
yeah. I mean, he buys out her Asami's company.
Yeah. He does some shady shit, and he's like, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. He goes through a lot. I mean,
he does.
His character changes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a weird spot for him still because he's doing that with like the rebel army. Is this when Nuktuk happens?
Yes.
This is when Nuktuk happens.
And he makes a fucking propaganda film, a mover.
He starts movers. He invents movies.
My man invents movies.
And it's for the purpose of war propaganda.
And it's war propaganda.
That's fucked, dude.
They make Bolin get shirtless, and they turn him into a waterbender, even though he's an earthbender.
He's the hero of the
hero of the South.
Yeah. The fucking special effects, dude. When he punches and they just splash
I love
a
that
bucket.
he's like so down bad for the chick that's in the movie, and she's just so indifferent to him.
She's like, the scene's over, dude. Get the fuck off of me.
It's so good.
He's like, wait,
no,
that was. He's like, I thought
we did. I thought that was really good.
She's like, no, dude,
no,
fuck off.
Also,
I love
in
Bolin,
season
dude.
2, Bolin gets like betrothed.
I love it, dude. So good. What are those characters' names?
I think it's like Desna and Eska.
Desna and Eska. Desna. Who plays the girl? It's
Audrey Plaza.
That's her name. Yeah, she was in I think Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
really popular character in Parks and Rec. She's
Aubrey Plaza. Is her
it's
name.
great.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Parks and Rec is what she was in. She was in something else too, but I can't remember.
She's like your emo queen.
Yes.
Very emo.
Yes. Oh no, I remember. Yeah, she was in Dirty Grandpa. Have you ever?
Oh really?
With Robert De Niro.
No, I've never seen Dirty Grandpa. I've seen Bad Grandpa.
That's the one with like Johnny Knoxville and
Bad
like
Grandpa's Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. So Dirty Grandpa it's Zac Efron
Yeah,
and Robert De Niro,
that's fucking weird, dude.
and they go on like a spring break trip together
Right.
with like Zac Efron's friends, and one of them is Aubrey Plaza, and she is like so fucking horny
Oh my
for
god.
Robert De Niro in this movie, dude.
Oh my god.
She's
dude.
like, I want to fucking gargle on your balls.
Jesus Christ. Daddy De Niro?
And Robert De Niro's like, all right.
Well, okay.
You're like, hell yeah, sister.
Jesus Christ.
But
That's
yeah,
so funny.
that's the other movie that I remember her being in.
Wow. No, she does this perfectly because, like, in Parks and Rec, I think she plays the same kind
Like
of...
a very deadpan
Yeah.
kind of...
Which is exactly what she is in this. I'm not good with the names in season 2.
Like the character names?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, Korra's uncle's name. Who is,
Well,
like...
he's Unalaq.
Is he Unalaq?
Yeah.
Have I been fucking up the whole time?
Because I think he's Unalaq.
Amon.
Yeah. Yeah, because Unalaq is her uncle.
Fuck me. So what? I'm trying to find Amon's real name. What is it?
Live Google searches.
Amon's name is Noah Talk. That's what it is.
Yep,
Fuck me.
Yep.
Erase every time that I said Unalaq when we discussed season 1. That was
David, this is on you. You have to do a lot of editing for this. Every you need to listen to this, and every time you hear in the previous part where he says Unalaq, you need to replace it with me saying, what's his name?
Noah Talk.
Noah Talk.
That voice clip right there.
Yeah,
Noah
no,
Talk.
you don't have to do that.
He said, "Oh, I know I don't, bro."
I was just letting you talk.
Beautiful.
No, deep fake you for 17 hours.
Davis has too much dirt on us, dude.
Voice clips of us saying but like he definitely has enough audio to like
Destroy us in any way.
Yeah, to make deep fake voices, to synthesize our voice into saying phrases.
So yeah, Desna and Eska.
Deku is your favorite character.
I love Deku.
I love Deku.
Coming up on our My Hero Academia episode. All right, so yeah,
So
dude,
back to Korra anyway.
Desna wants Bolin on a leash.
She's
and
just
on all
like
fours.
she literally is like, "Oh, I like you.
You're mine now.
You're mine now,"
She looks at Bolin and says, "Is for me."
and gets him, and he's like terrified.
He's so scared, dude. He's looking for anybody to fucking save him.
He's just like, I don't want to be this woman's pet.
So the whole shtick in this season is spirits.
Yeah.
What's
there's,
wrong,
like,
Korra? Says Unalaq, her uncle. You can't fucking talk to spirits
like this,
like me.
and then and you can't see me right now, but I'm doing hand
Andrew's flipping his
motions.
hands like a madman.
And-
He's working his hands.
And I'm talking to the spirits, and I'm bending them, and they're no longer hostile.
They're no longer hostile. He's calmed them with his hand movements. That's it.
I can teach you that, Korra.
He can teach.
This is
to her.
something that we can do for you.
She says, "That's cool, Tenzin. I'd like you to go swallow 13 bags of
He's my
dicks."
new spiritual guru.
Yeah, bye, Tenzin.
Bye.
Bye.
You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Holy shit! Literally, I did feel bad for my man Tenzin. That part made me mad at Korra,
He's sad about it too.
as he should be, because he troubles with spiritual things himself, but he also has the responsibility of being the spiritual guide to the Avatar.
Yeah.
And he's failing,
Mm.
and some dickhead's taking over.
And it's a dickhead.
Big dickhead, man.
Oh, I'm your uncle.
Oh, Unky Unalaq.
Unky.
Fucking dick. I love when we body Davis. I liked this season. I think there's parts that don't work as well. I love the Civil War stuff.
Civil War stuff's great.
Korra's father's backstory.
Yes.
Get some info on that.
Also, the first Avatar,
That has got to be my favorite part.
You
I think.
get to meet the first Avatar, Avatar Juan.
Nope.
He's number one.
Number one. He was number one.
But yeah, that was super dope. Spirit
I love
Worlds
they do an
stuff is dope.
entire different art style for that origin story. What is it? It's a 2-episode.
I think it's like 2 episodes, yeah. Because Korra gets like KO'd.
Yes, and then she
gets like healed by like fire priests.
Yeah, being revived, and she's experiencing this connection with Juan.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit. The way that the world was back then is so wacky.
When everybody lived on lion turtles and the spirits were just out in the world.
Right, and you had to have bending to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Which I think I've heard there's some people that don't think that this matches up with lore, like some lore,
OG lore or whatever.
that was matched.
Well, I think they just say
Airbender.
like, oh, in The Last Airbender, they say like, oh, people, earthbenders, the original benders were badger moles that taught people, waterbenders learned bending from the moon. Firebenders learned it from dragons, blah, 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 blah. So, like, people say, oh, well, if that's the case, how come the lion turtles give them bending? Like, they can't be given bending, but still learn how to master it from the other, like, natural
from the
beings.
moon and yeah, right. So it's more like the turtles are the first ones to bestow
like
any kind of power.
They give it to you, but you learn it from these beings.
Right. So basically, people had a problem.
I was gonna say that's how I always understood.
Yeah, and it made sense to me. I was like, yeah, okay, so you get inherited this power. These are the first batches of people that have been receiving power like this.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to start being passed on, and that's how benders are going to be bred, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how it starts.
Sure. I loved how that worked too. How it was like, okay, you're going out to hunt.
Yeah.
The lion turtle touches like 10 of you and gives you fire bending, and then when you come back to town, it takes it away from you.
Yeah.
You only need it when you go out.
Right. And Juan,
he keeps it.
He's like, I'm done with this fucking town. This turtle's the turtle.
Well, he keeps it. He keeps it because it's like a feudal kind of. The lord of the town is like, oh, I have all the grain.
Right.
And he tries to like lead a rebellion with his bending. But then he gets kicked out.
Yeah. But he gets to keep his bending.
But he gets to keep his bending because he died without it.
Right. Exactly. They're like, we're not going to send you to your death. You have something.
Yeah.
Go.
Just get out and never come back.
Right. Yeah, see ya, dude.
Pretty much. And then he sees 2 spirits wrestling.
Yeah. He has a first terrible night, as if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of shows his journey as he meets more spirits. He starts understanding them and how they work more, so he can coexist with them. And he was a very spiritual avatar.
Oh, for sure.
That's when they bring in more deep lore. We've got
how he had his like spirit animal connection, like the deer thing that he rode.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Then we get introduced to Vaatu.
I was gonna say he comes across these 2 spirits that are just locked in battle.
Yeah. Reva is her name. No, not Reva. Rava. They're interlocked, and Juan's like, "Yo, what can I do to help here?"
Yeah, and Vaatu's like, I'm too weak.
Yeah, dude.
I can't hold on any longer.
Oh my god, dude!
And
he's in Palpatine mode.
Literally, and Rava's like, he's too powerful to be left alive.
Yeah, yes.
And
Juan is like,
Juan is like,
not right.
I need him.
Yeah. Holy fucking shit.
So he helps Vaatu because Vaatu seems like he's in danger.
Yeah.
And he breaks their like eternal struggle.
Right.
And then he's like, haha, I'm free. I'm gonna go corrupt everything in the world now.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. You suck.
You suck dick.
And then we find out the only way to you can't kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, because he'll just respawn inside of Rava.
Yeah. Rava and Juan like fuse.
So yeah, that's the thing. She just follows him around, kind of.
Yeah, for a while after their encounter.
Like they just kind of coexist together, and they learn that he can take the other elements. Like she can store them inside herself.
Right.
She can just pass through him and then transfer bending or take it away from him.
Yes.
So
So they're working together.
Yeah, he spends like the next like 6 months or whatever training. Like he goes to all the different lion turtles and he meets all the different like tribes of the lion turtles.
Such a cool journey.
And it shows like a montage of him meeting like the prehistoric airbenders with like the different tattoos.
Yeah, I
Very
love that shit.
cool.
Seeing where everything started and literally seeing the origin of how the Avatar came to be.
Yeah. And it's literally he'll start bending and then Rava will pass through him and he'll go from fire bending to water bending and then she'll pass through him and then he'll be earth bending.
Those are really fun shots, seeing that when they're in the heat of battle.
Yeah.
Going at it like that. The whole harmonic convergence idea.
As Vatu gets stronger,
Yeah.
Rava gets weaker. And yeah, they have to fight him at harmonic convergence.
One place at one specific time. Only way it can happen.
Yeah. And they fight and they fuse permanently.
Yeah.
Rava and Juan.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's something that can happen during harmonic convergence.
Yeah.
And now he's like the Avatar.
That's how it's set in stone.
And he beats Vatu, and instead of killing him, he locks him inside a tree for like like a tree in the spirit realm for like eternity.
Right.
And then in order to make it so nobody could like get him out, he like severs the link between the spirit world and the real world.
Yes. So changes the world forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just go ahead and fast forward. And they're like, we're going to show you
and
his
then it's
death.
like, and then it's like, okay, well, now that the spirits aren't in the world anymore, the lion turtles are like, our time in this world is done.
Yeah.
Everybody get the fuck out. Here's bending.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they give everybody bending, and then they fuck off. And then like people start colonizing the world.
Yep.
And they get
wars quickly break out.
And they get into conflicts with the remaining spirits of the world that are left in, and then just straight up like wars start breaking out. Feudalism happens. And
it's kind of a sad.
Juan spends his entire life
Yeah.
fighting these conflicts.
Yeah.
And he dies feeling like he failed.
Isn't it fucked up?
And then Rava's just like, no, you didn't fail. We're going to live on and reincarnate forever.
That's like the happy part that he gets at the end, but still.
But he still fucking
dies. He's just like dying against this fucking earth stone, you know.
His spirit friends have all died.
Yeah.
His spirit animal has died.
That takes place in a scene that you can see in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Dude, yes, when it's Zuko alone.
Yep.
Yeah, the big field of the Earth Kingdom discs.
Yes.
So cool.
I love that they hit you with that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best part of season 2.
For
I think.
sure. I love it.
It gets a little wacky at the end with the Vatu stuff.
The dark
Unalaq's
avatar.
like, it's me. I'm the dark avatar.
Unavatu.
I'm fucking Unavatu. I'm giant now. We fused. I'm huge.
And
I'm
then,
gonna step.
And then,
it's a chimera film by the end of it.
Yeah. Kaiju
film.
And then Korra is like, well, if you're astral projecting, then I'm gonna astral project.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. That is her touching.
Yeah.
A different part.
Yeah.
Of her spiritual.
Oh, absolutely.
Belief for the first time. Like she gets in the tree, in the spirit tree,
and meditates. Yeah.
And this is after she is severed from her past avatars.
She does get severed from her past avatars,
which was a devastating choice.
Rava gets ripped out.
Yeah. Detrimental shit, man.
Oh yeah.
That was a big thing heading into season 3.
I think that's also why a lot of people didn't like Korra as a show.
Because she gets severed like that.
Because they get rid of like Aang. and all the past lives.
I think that it's a bold choice, but I think it's a good choice
So do I. Like,
there's
Yeah,
consequences.
no, I'm all here for a show with real consequences to its actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
She's the first Avatar who's ever going to have to deal with that. You know what I
she's
mean?
the new first Avatar.
Literally. Yeah, literally.
The cycle begins anew with her.
Right.
It's just, and now she has to go through the rest of her life without having the guidance of the previous avatars.
Exactly. But she's got her team around her to encourage her and be like,
Yeah.
"Well, we're here for you, homie."
Exactly,
Like pretty
yeah.
much. Like,
Also, you get to see Aang in season 2 again.
Yeah.
But also, it's Tenzin gets to talk to him.
yes.
Tenzin and Boomy and Kaya.
Yeah.
They find them in like, well, I think it's just like their hallucination maybe,
Yeah.
but they find his spirit in like that foggy.
That's in season
Area,
2.
yeah.
Okay. Holy shit.
I think it's in season 2 because they go into the spirit world. I think it might be season 3, but I think it's season 2.
you might be right. Because do we get some Iroh in this season as well? Like
Iroh,
Korra's traversing.
Iroh isn't until season 4.
That's season 4.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Well, hot dog.
Hot dog.
because that's when she's like dealing with her trauma. I think.
Uh-oh, hot dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't. It's been a second since I've watched Korra.
The earlier seasons. Here, let's see.
Live.
Live googling. We're live googling. Hello, this is us. We're just googling. It's just us looking
shit.
things up. Oh,
When does Korra meet Iroh? Come on.
we're almost there. Hold on.
A new spiritual age. The 10th episode of Book 2, Spirits.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
she is.
I thought
Maybe she
so
does
because
meet in book
it
2. Okay.
So is that the mesothelioma era?
Yeah, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I just love seeing Iroh, man.
Yeah, that was a really good part of season 2 as well. I kind of forgot about. You get our boy's guidance again. How do you feel about the wrap up of season 2? I mean, I like the end.
Yeah.
The astral projection fight was a lot. It was kind of crazy,
Yeah,
a
but
little wonky.
getting Vatu back in the tree was cool.
Yeah,
She decides to leave the portals open.
yeah, which is a huge
You know, as
choice.
as the Avatar, I have to be I'm no longer the bridge between the worlds. I'm
Yeah.
the mediator between the worlds.
Right,
And she's like ready to take that responsibility.
which is a lot. It's a lot of
It's
responsibility.
a lot.
And then we jump into my favorite season.
Hey, we got to take this shit off the air.
Yeah. We're taking this shit off. This is too much.
You have too many people like dying on screen.
Let's talk about the possibility of a complete anarchist group of criminal benders whose goal is to
Oh, also
abduct the Avatar.
Also, by the way, through harmonic convergence, as a side effect of the events of book 2, in order to harmonic convergence kind of brings balance to things. Airbending's back.
Harmonic convergence said, "Where are all my airbenders at?"
Where they at?
So we get a fucking dope sequence in book 3 of a new mission statement for the airbenders. They're finding new airbenders.
They go out and they look. It's like a whole montage of like them tracking down like reports of people who are now airbending.
Yes.
You find like it's like the strangest collection of people. There's a dude who just lives with his mom.
Yeah.
Who becomes
He doesn't want to go.
He's like, no, 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 and then he becomes an airbender.
I love it.
Fucking Aang's oldest son, his first son,
Yeah.
Boomy, who was a non-bender, he wasn't born with bending,
Yep.
becomes an airbender,
I thought it was beautiful justice.
Oh, so good. You
The way
love
you
to
find
see
out
it.
too, just he's about to die,
Yeah,
like
he
falls
like
off
falls
an
off a
edge.
cliff and
Thankfully,
saves himself.
that's
Yeah.
how they figure out that they're like, what?
Yeah,
And then
and
they figure out more
he's like,
airbenders.
what?
Yeah, Boomy's like, huh? What season does Boomy take down an entire camp by himself? Is that season 1? And he does it completely by accident. Like, do you
I-
remember the scene I'm talking about?
I think so.
I think that's season 1, maybe.
Was he in season 1?
Boomy.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just at the very end. So maybe it's like this season or season 4, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, because I was gonna say, I know he's in book 2 as well.
He's just so clumsy and like
I love him.
he's like a war
He's like the
general.
yeah. I
but
was gonna
like,
say he's like the commander,
Yeah.
like the head commander.
yeah, but he's still a big dolts, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lovable one.
That means like you know he had like big Sokka influences.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Most definitely.
It's so good.
Such a fun personality.
Hmm. But yeah, so people start coming like getting bending,
Yeah.
and one of the people who get bending, is this guy who's like locked he's in prison,
Yes.
and he's like up on top of a mountain where like you can't escape from.
No.
Like you can't get out like by normal means.
Right.
And he was a non-bender, so he couldn't do anything. And he's like under lock and key with the White Lotus. They're keeping an eye
Yeah.
on him.
Yep.
And he realizes that he has bending, and he does the only thing that sounds reasonable at the time, and he fucking breaks out of jail.
He's like, hello?
I'm out. And I'm gonna go free my homies.
He obviously already had a huge martial arts influence because he's using airbending in his own kind of way.
He studied like the airbending gurus and
Guru Lahim.
And just he knows all about like airbending techniques and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like he's a master without having the ability.
Right. And he had just so happened to be gifted.
And now he just has to get the experience of actually using it, and he'll be unstoppable.
Yeah. So what happens when there's a group of people trying to find airbenders, and then there's somebody who says, hey, I just found out I'm an airbender.
I'm a terrorist.
They bring him back to Air Temple Island, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we quickly begin to figure out that there's more people secluded in these cages. But these people already have...
And they're all like, they're all benders, and they're all kept in...
these crazy prison cells.
Like prison cells that are specifically designed for them.
Yes.
So they can't break out. Like, there's an earthbender guy who is kept on a, like, wooden raft in the middle of, like, the ocean.
Uh-huh. Yep.
There's... the girl is, like... kept in like
was it a volcano area almost?
Yeah,
there's no moisture in the air.
No moisture. The firebender lady is kept in like a sub-zero prison cell, like underneath a glacier.
And she's like Mr. Sparky.
She's like
Boom Man.
combustion lady.
Yeah.
She has the tattoo on her eye, and she can shoot out those explosive blasts.
I was super happy to see that they brought that technique back.
Yeah.
So it's like something that doesn't only happen once.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And he breaks them all out.
Yeah, he does.
And
what was their goal?
Oh yeah, it turns out that like the reason that they're in prison is because like 10 years ago or like 15 years ago or something like that, they tried to kidnap and kill Korra.
Just gonna kill a child, don't mind me.
They're called the Red Lotus.
Yeah, dude.
And they're all about anarchy.
Fucking anarchists, and guess the fucking voice actor
is fucking Hellboy, dude.
It's it's the dude from Black Flag.
Oh wait, is it?
For what's his name? The main antagonist's name.
Zahir?
Zahir's voice actor's Black Flag's singer.
Oh, Henry Rollins.
Rollins, man.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought Ron Perlman.
But it felt perfect. It's about anarchy.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're like,
No, for sure.
let's get a fucking punk rock singer
Yeah, dude.
to do this shit, and he does so good, dude. And the fights that you see between Zahir,
and
the
like,
situations that were put in
oh,
this season.
it's so good, dude. This man, like, this is one of the main reasons why this show did, like, why this season didn't air on TV.
Yes.
This man, his like one of his first acts when he gets his bending after breaking his friends out is to storm the Earth Kingdom capital
With his full crew, right?
with his boys, roll up on the queen, and create a sphere around her head and suck out all the air in her lungs and kill her.
I like my
And she drops dead.
mouth was hanging wide open the first time I saw that.
And he's like, it's anarchy time. The people of Ba Sing Se will be free.
I'm pretty sure like me and you got to school the next day and just looked at each other in silence for a couple minutes
I
before
was,
saying anything.
yeah.
Like you watched it, right?
It's insane.
You see the life leave her eyes, dude, as he's just like summoning this air and just
He's literally
sucking
like,
it right
he's
out of
like,
her
you know, you
lungs.
will pay for your like transgressions as like royalty. And then
Yeah.
he just bends it out of her.
For real, dude. It's just fucking crazy. And that's just the first instance of, on-screen death.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that he just topples the system in Ba
Yeah,
Sing Se.
and then,
Like everything
and then
goes
the
to
Earth
shit.
Kingdom completely falls to anarchy.
Anarchy
Like
is the only order.
Mako and Bolin's like grandma lives
Yeah.
in Ba Sing Se and like worships the queen.
Yes.
She's very much like a fucking British, like
Yeah.
one of those people who like are just, they love royalty.
Yeah. No matter what
Yeah.
they do, no matter what they say.
Even even if the royalty might not be like the greatest people, they still are like, oh, they're the queen.
Love the monarch,
I love
yeah.
them.
And the queen sucks hard in this.
In Ba Sing Se, she sucks.
It's the actual daughter or granddaughter of.
I was gonna say, I think it might be granddaughter,
Yeah.
or maybe it's daughter.
I know she ate the bear. She ate his bear.
Yeah,
It's fucked up, dude.
he's pelted, man,
Not cool, man. That was his favorite thing.
and it wasn't even like it's a special bear.
Right.
It's just a bear.
Just chilling, man.
Bosco.
Bosco. Bosco, please. Oh, a quick shout out to Cabbage Man for creating Cabbage Corp.
Dude, Cabbage Corp.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Just a little progression, some corporate progression from
My
Cabbage
man
Man.
went from being a man whose cabbages were constantly
My
destroyed by the
cabbages!
Avatar to a industry mogul whose cabbages are destroyed by the Avatar.
He also gets falsely arrested at some point during like the
Yeah, when
season 1 conflict.
Yeah, I think he also gets like held up at customs during the Serpent Pass episode.
Oh my god, yeah. Fucking great. So yeah, moving further into season 3,
You get to meet Toph's other daughter,
yes,
the other Bei Fongs,
and there's a lot of, I think her name is Sue.
Su Yin.
There's a lot of past to work through with those characters.
Yeah, they have a background with each other.
The whole metal clan is beautiful. They're like
Dude,
lotus.
Yes,
they live
the
in these
metal lotuses.
Yeah.
I love them.
these metal lotuses that close up.
Whenever the city is like under attack, they can just.
It's so fucking cool. And Korra tries to,
She tries
try
to
metal
learn
bending a
how to
little bit.
metal bend, and I think she gets it eventually, doesn't she?
I can't remember if she masters it or
Because
not.
it's. I think she does. I think she
does?
does because because Bolin can't. And then also there's Tenzin's daughter Janora, who goes through some like insane growth. She's very
Yes.
spiritual and in tune with the world, kind of more so than Tenzin.
Yeah. It's a big thing between the two of them. That Tenzin's just,
He
he's
feels
struggling.
inferior.
And he feels like he's failing his father in that way.
Mm-hmm.
He still has that guilt, like, that he needs to be
Yeah.
what his father was.
And then we get to like the end, pretty much.
Yeah, so getting towards the final confrontations.
They win. They capture her.
They
Korra.
do. Before they do, they take out one of Zahir's crew members. plea.
Yeah. Fucking
Combustion woman plea.
yeah, they get into a big fight and
Who is Zahir's love interest, which
yeah,
we did not say.
they're like
but
they're pretty openly in love with each other, and
yeah,
they're fighting the Beifong sisters, and Sue sees her go to shoot an attack off, and Sue metal bends her like breastplate
yeah,
off of her head, like off of her,
yeah.
and throws it at like wraps it around Combustion Woman's
Dude,
head.
this scene is engraved
Like
in
Davis,
my fucking
this
brain.
bitch, her whole thing is that she shoots explosive shots out of like this third eye she has on her head. She gets a whole like her head gets completely encased in metal when
Right
she
before
goes
she
right
pops it
before
off.
she shoots an attack. And then she fucking shoots the attack and blows her own head up.
This is a Nickelodeon show, dude.
Right, what the fuck?
It's so
Um,
insane, and then you just see Zahir's reaction.
And then he's just
immediately.
he's like, release your earthly tethers, enter the void, and Homie
Yeah.
starts literally just flying.
Yep. Throughout the season, he's talking about Guru Lahim and all of his studies and
Mhm.
releasing your earthly tether.
It was like the final airbending technique is like flight.
Yeah, and she was his last earthly
You have to
tether.
release your earthly tethers, and then you enter the void.
So yeah, she dies, and he was just like, okay, and he
flies,
just
and he
fucking floated away,
Grabs Korra, flies away,
Yeah.
and then chains her up and like feeds her mercury.
dude. This scene is so fucked up.
He's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna give you mercury and poison you until you activate the avatar state, and then I'm just gonna kill you."
This is when they get like the fisheye lens, like
Yeah,
Korra's like losing it. Like I haven't seen them utilize animation in the series to a
Mhm.
scary and visceral degree like this
Yeah,
until
dude.
this. She's tripping as she's dying, like chained
Mercury
up.
makes you go insane, man.
The point is not only to kill the Avatar. It was
looked
literally
like
that. The point is not only to kill the Avatar, but to completely end the
Like
cycle.
wipe the cycle out.
So by using mercury for poison, they're trying to activate the fight or flight Avatar.
Yeah, and if you
and then-
kill the avatar in the avatar state, it's over.
Exactly. So like this is some serious devious fuckery, dude.
And she activates, but she's way too strong for
Yeah.
them.
Did you remember when like while she's like almost activating, she's looking around and she's seeing the antagonist from the first two
Yeah,
books, and she's tripping out, dude.
Yes.
And then I am very on the edge between if I like this fight, like Korra,
Korra
Avatar
versus
State,
Zahir.
Korra versus Zahir, more than Aang and Ozai, or if they're both at the top for me.
Oh my god.
I don't know because this fight is
Dude, Korra
intense.
versus Zahir is just an absolute smash
It
fest. Like it
is.
just like she dominates him so hard.
She's got the chains on her arms.
And dude, and then
She's scary.
the new gang appears and they fight off the rest of Zahir's Red Lotus
Yeah.
squad.
Yeah.
Mako electrocutes the water chick in a
Yeah.
pool of water.
She's dead.
And then Bolin, my man, activates.
Poor boy
and-
can't metal bend.
Oh, I can't metal bend. It's okay. I'll just bend lava instead, bitch.
Yeah, dude. He's facing off against the Earthbender. Who that Earthbender's thing is that
He's
he
a
can
lava bender,
bend.
yeah. And then Bolin beats his ass.
Yeah, he's like, I'll hit you with your own shit, boy.
hmm
Very good progress for our boy Bolin.
And then, yeah, just Korra smashes. She breaks free from her chains and just goes ham on Zahir. Just absolutely bodies this dude. Beats the shit
it.
out of him. Jumping across pillars and fucking
Like an animal.
like no, she's literally feral. Kicks his ass and then lands and like breaks her legs.
Yeah. Do you think that her avatar form is so feral because it doesn't have the influence of
Probably.
past avatars too? Because like when you activate it, like that's like all the wisdom and all
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
like, actions of
I
avatars.
think
before
so, yeah. Like at that
it's
point
her own unique avatar state.
at that point she was purely just in survival mode, man.
Yeah, no, pure survival mode. Absolutely.
And she survived.
Yeah.
And Zahir gets put in prison, and
The-
Janora gets made a airbending master. She gets her tattoos. It's such a beautiful ceremony, and then they wheel out Korra, on a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and she just looks hollow.
Like absolutely dead inside.
And she's watching Janora get made an airbending master, and she just lets like one single tear like roll down her face, and she's just silent the entire time.
It's the saddest fucking ending.
And that's the end.
And then that somber ending music hits you. This had such an impact on me. I was like, what?
Yeah,
They're doing this to her?
they did it.
For real?
They did it.
Like you just felt her pain at the end of that season, man.
Real shit.
It's real
It
shit.
is real shit. And then book 4.
Book 4 starts out as just her hardest journey yet.
I
Like
think
this is
book
the
4 is
completely
only
reformed
like 3
Korra.
months later or something like that, or 6,
Yeah,
3 or
3 to
6 months.
6. And she's just been working on herself, and
She goes missing.
she's not buff anymore, dude.
She went missing for a bit,
Yeah,
and she like it starts entering like underground fight clubs. She's
Korra
like
alone, dude.
she's like afraid of the Avatar now.
Yeah,
Like she has like PTSD
hard.
from
That form that she was
Yeah.
haunts her.
She sees it often, and
With
it
the
scares her.
chains?
Yeah,
Something that I looked at and I was like, that's so badass because of how hard she beat him down. But she's
Mhm.
so scared of what she became
yeah, and
and what it did to her.
so
Like
she
she's completely off her game.
yeah she can't deal with it, and so she goes away to try to deal with it on her own,
Yep.
and completely ghosts her family and Bolin and Mako and Asami.
She talks to Asami more than she does everybody else.
They
had
would
some letters.
they exchanged letters.
Yeah.
And then she ends up in like a swamp,
The swamp.
and she stumbles across an old lady in the swamp.
Grumpy old lady.
Grumpy old blind lady. It's Toph.
It's Yoda.
It's Yoda. It's Toph Beifong.
Yes.
She's here. She's old. She's back.
She's sassier than ever, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
they nailed her performance.
yeah, she metal bends. Like it turns out, Korra still had some mercury in her,
Yeah.
and she helps Korra like metal bend it out.
Yeah. That was like one of the first steps to Korra, because Korra's just so stuck on what happened,
Mm-hmm.
which who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
That was a first good step to getting back to a new normal for
Yeah,
Korra.
yeah.
I feel like
And then while she's out on her own doing her own thing,
so much is happening in season 4.
the
dude.
world moves on.
Yeah.
And it turns out that in the wake of, the Earth Queen being assassinated, the state, like the Earth Kingdom, has broken up into like a bunch of free states. And there's been a lady who's been going around for like the Earth Prince
Yep.
to like collect them all, like to get them all back under the banner of the Earth Kingdom.
Right.
And she's very good at it.
She's super good at it.
So good at it, in fact, that she eventually decides that she'd probably be a better ruler than the prince.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? She's doing everything.
So no longer do we need an Earth Kingdom. We're here with the Earth Empire now.
Whoa. That sounds a little scary.
It's the Earth Empire, and the prince has been deposed. He's no longer in charge. And I'm Kuvira, and I'm in charge. And you all love me.
And you all love me.
And
You have to.
and I'm doing experiments.
We're experimenting with
Military
spirits.
experiments.
Spirit
Think
plants.
like Project Manhattan, except in Korra.
It's fucking
We're
wild,
making
dude.
nukes.
We're making nukes. Yeah. They are using spirit vine technology for mass
Yeah.
weapons.
Everybody's off doing their own thing, man. Like
Varric's there with her.
Bolin is there with her.
Which I think is trying to show that
She's
her
just,
charm.
Yeah, because Bolin doesn't see it.
No, he doesn't.
He thinks that she's doing
he's like,
great
no,
things.
She's doing good stuff.
Yeah.
She's reconnecting the Earth Kingdom, bro. What are you
Mako
talking
is
about?
bodyguard for the Earth Prince.
Okay, yeah. Earth Prince stuff, fucking beautiful. It's so funny. He's a great
Prince
character.
Wu.
Prince
oh
Wu's
my
good.
god, I love him.
And Mako being stuck with him is hilarious.
He's the ultimate straight man.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she just
We're right
she's-
back into like big wartime
Yeah.
themes and the consequences.
And she's like, okay, Republic City was built originally on Earth Kingdom territory, so that's our land,
yeah,
and I'm coming for it. I built a mech,
yeah, dude.
and Korra comes back to Republic City basically to find out that all this shit's going down.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like she's just got back and they're like, yeah, we really need some Avatar stuff here.
mhm.
Where you been?
Sorry, I was with Toph, and they're like, what?
Yeah, right.
Toph? You get some Beifong family drama
Yeah.
because Kuvira is married to one of the Beifongs.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fucked up too. Once it gets to the end of the season between the two of them.
And then you get like the characters starting to like real. One of the Beifongs we didn't talk about becomes an airbender as well. Opal.
Yeah, Opal, yes, and Opal and
Is-
Bolin are interested
Yeah,
in each other.
they're each other's love interests.
Yeah.
They kind of go through a breakup because he just like decides to
Is
stay with
with-
Kuvira.
Uh-huh. Bad choice,
Um,
boy.
But eventually, you know, the characters kind of wake up
Yeah.
and they realize what they need to do, and it's crazy how it all culminates, man.
It really is. I mean, it's a full frontal assault on Republic City from the Earth Nation.
Yeah.
Korra's really just trying to be back into it after the hard fall
Yeah.
of season 3, which she does. She gets her
She gets
footing
back on the horse. Yeah.
But she is completely changed at this point.
Yes.
Completely. She's not at all the person we knew.
She's
in
no
season
longer
1.
that like insanely like brash,
Yeah.
head first person.
She's very much more. I need to stop. Think about this. What can we do? How can I
Mhm.
connect with this person?
Yes.
The final confrontation with Kuvira is insane.
Oh my god.
It's insane. Just seeing the breaking point of the person who was this shown to be this huge. How do you describe Kuvira? I mean, this standing, overarching figure that's like perfect. She never shows
Yeah,
sadness. She
no
never
emotion.
shows.
Like she literally,
weakness.
she uses her husband as like a target
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah, she does.
in order to hit Korra
Yep.
with
She's
a
like,
with a laser blast.
I know that she's in there with him.
and I'm sorry for this.
Yeah.
But well, blap. And
Fucking nuts, man.
and yeah, for Korra to just get her so broken down, her hair is like unkempt now,
Yeah,
like it's
yep.
taken out of like the neat bun that it's always
We've
in.
never seen her like that before.
They're in like that field of like flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kuvira's about to kill her because she's got the gun. The
Mhm.
mech's spirit blaster just landed in these vines, and she was about to activate them on Korra. And Korra just stops her and is basically like, "I'm not gonna kill you, dude." Like,
Yeah.
and they connect for a second, and Kuvira just breaks down. It's a
Yeah.
great moment. Because it's just so crazy how you see Kuvira throughout the season, and even Kuvira and Korra's first fight. Kuvira's like sparring, dude. She's
Yeah,
she's
she's ready
fucking
for
with
it.
Korra.
And like Kuvira is such a compelling character, I think, because she's introduced originally as a good person.
Yeah, in season 3.
She's shown in season 3 as like one of Sue's like
Yeah,
guards and like disciples.
and it's such a cool idea to take somebody that we've seen and break our trust in that way and
Mhm.
have them turn out to be such a threat.
Yeah.
I love the characters in this season. I love Kuvira's ending point for the
Yeah.
plot. You even get a redemption arc for Sami's father, who we didn't mention much from season 1, but he was
He was
with Amon.
Yeah, he was on the side of the Equalists.
Yeah,
and
but
goes
he
to jail for it.
redeems himself. He
Definitely.
sacrifices himself
For
in this
sure,
season.
yeah.
So everybody's dealing with a lot of shit by the end of this season, but we get a beautiful
the spirit portal.
yeah, we get a beautiful reveal after everything's settled. Asami and Korra
They
walk
share
together.
a moment together, and
Yeah.
then they walk into the spirit portals together.
It's Korra Asami all day, baby, all
And
day.
people are like, they were roommates. They were best friends.
Shut the fuck up.
They were best friends. It was just a hug.
No.
And the very first comic is like, no, we're fucking.
Yeah, dude. Well, they fucking confirmed it. They
Yeah.
confirmed
No,
it
for sure.
afterwards. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
And that was one of the earlier instances of
I
an
was gonna say,
LGBTQ relationship
The
on
Legend of
screen.
Korra walked so that like other shows could run.
Absolutely, for sure, man.
Um,
Kurosami's the shit.
oh, for sure.
They definitely showed traces of it. A lot of people thinks it came completely out of left field,
No, dude.
but they were more in
They were,
contact
they were very close with each other
during her recovery than anybody else was.
Mhm.
So they had time for that relationship to blossom, and I'm very excited to read the comics.
I was gonna say they go more in depth with it in the comics. You also get confirmation that Kaya, Aang's daughter,
Yeah.
is a lesbian, or
Really?
she's bisexual at least.
Okay.
Because Korra asks her for advice on how to like come out to her parents.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
That's like a thing that you see in the comics as well.
That's awesome.
And also, there's a comic that, like a series of comics that is literally Kuvira stuff.
What?
It's called like Ruins of the Empire.
Oh wow.
And it's about like them dealing. There's a dude who's like taken over like the remnants of the Earth Empire, and he's like, I'm the general now.
Yeah.
And they end up having Kuvira. Like Kuvira's like, I want to help you stop this guy.
Yeah.
But people don't trust her, obviously.
Right.
But she's like very
Zuko
she's very adamant in like wanting to fix her wrongs. She like apologizes to Batar Jr.
Wow. Sorry, I almost killed you, dude.
He doesn't accept it, obviously.
Right.
But she apologizes. I think her and Korra kind of bond a bit over the course of the comic.
I love it. I like seeing character development in that way.
And
even
then
when
like
it's hard to face.
In the Avatar comics, like the Last Airbender comics,
Mhm.
like they have Azula stuff in it,
Yeah.
and she just gets worse. Like
yeah,
she just
mentally,
gets more insane.
That sucks, dude. I mean, she sucks as a character, but I thought they would like take her trauma and they have her
She
deal with
gets
it.
like she literally meets her mom and is like broken by it. Kind
Really?
of. Yeah.
Wow.
Like she doesn't get like the closure that she wanted from it.
It's a very real type of feeling, man. It's a
Yeah.
very real type of situation, and that's
Mhm.
what I respect about them.
She tries to kill Zuko and the gang like 2 or 3 times while they're like looking for her mom.
For real?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Like, send her home, dude. Get her the fuck out of here.
Zuko's
Jesus.
like, she needs to be here to help find our mom.
It's true. Zuko knows.
Mhm.
He had the best unkie.
Yeah, he did.
All right, man.
So yeah,
That's
we
Korra.
love Korra, dude.
Absolutely.
Love
I
Avatar.
don't know if I can pick between them, man.
They're
I really love
two.
them so
they're
much.
completely. They're made for different audiences, man.
It's just, I don't know. Can you do it? Can you do it? Do you have a preference?
Like,
I think how I feel is that Korra resonated with me emotionally
yes,
on a bigger level as I grew up and I understood depression and these things more so.
That's the thing. Yeah, Korra definitely is like the more nuanced, deeper show.
Yeah.
But I there's just something about like The Last Airbender that like clicks with me so much, and just the fact that you could show a kid Avatar: The Last
Right.
Airbender.
Can't necessarily have
I wouldn't show
do
a
that.
kid Korra until they were like 14.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
That said, I do love Korra so much. I don't think I could pick between them. They're both so great in their own ways.
Right.
They have, different types of characters, they're telling different types of stories.
For sure.
Like I said, Aang's journey takes place over the course of like a year, whereas Korra develops over like 3 or 4 years time.
Right.
And so you're going to have completely different dynamics in that case.
Exactly. Yeah. It's hard to explain or compare their journeys in that way.
Exactly, yeah.
I think I'm going to say that Korra is just a slight up for me because I experienced it first.
I think The Last Airbender is easier to watch.
Yeah, for sure. You can just throw that on.
Especially because there's just so many episodes of it.
Exactly.
Whereas Korra is a lot denser, more impactful.
Super story-centric. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, every episode counts.
I do love Korra, man.
Yeah.
Like, just how all the characters are written, how all the stories play out.
Yeah. And getting to see the evolution and everything.
Yeah. I love seeing the time skip.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Please watch these shows. If
yeah,
you
let us know
haven't.
what you guys think. What do you guys like more? Last
Yeah.
Airbender or The Legend of Korra? Did you watch The Legend of Korra? I fucking hope so.
Please, if you haven't, then you should. It's all on Netflix now, so
Yeah.
check it out.
We're gonna be playing some more God of War coming up. So either when I fucking beat the game, we'll do an episode on the whole thing, or we'll just
peep our
do some
thoughts. Yeah.
we'll do some progress updates. Until next time, guys, we will be seeing you.
Sayonara.